the Bible sucks, and
It's a little bit sucky, yeah.
I want to know why your reason why.
Well, it says a lot of things that I think are like morally reprehensible, but I try to usually most of the time when I do these, I like focus on like the natural sciences and people that deny not all of natural sciences, just some of it. They draw their inspiration for that from the Bible, and they pick on the Bible's explanations for certain things. And there are just events that obviously never took place that are talked about in there. So that's the sucky part of it.
So you're saying that you don't believe in the Bible because you feel like nothing in there actually happens?
There are things in there that happened, but not a lot.
Okay. So I'm trying to like, what are your reasons why? Like, for example, I need you to say, for example, this is why. You know.
Well, like Noah's flood, that obviously never happened. We know what the evidence for an event like that would look like, and that evidence just simply does not exist.
Okay, and what's your proof?
What is my proof that the evidence doesn't exist?
Yes.
Well, there simply is no evidence of it. Like we know what it would look like if a global flood happened. It would be very obvious, and there simply is no evidence of that, so it can be dismissed on those grounds.
Okay, but what about like, as we know, like the prehistoric animals and things like that, you know,
What
and
like
then giants are real also, and there was here during the time, so and they've been finding like fossils of things that could be potential, giants.
uh there are fossils of very large animals, yeah, that existed millions of years ago, but the Bible says nothing about that either.
What kind of animals?
Well, for example, dinosaurs or lots of things that were in the oceans
Well,
as
you
well,
saying
and
that.
lots of extinct mammals too, like brontotheres, and they used to be called indricotheres. They changed the name of them. I don't remember what they changed it to.
So you're saying you're believing this because science says so, instead of like.
Like in a way, I would say that's what the evidence tells us,
Mhm.
because science is something that people do. So the idea that everybody is just in a global conspiracy is just too silly to take seriously. And the idea that they're all making the exact same errors is just too implausible to be true.
Um, I just got up on here, to basically tell you that like the Bible is real, it's true. You know, it
Okay,
speaks.
why do you think that?
Why do I think that? Because there are eyewitnesses, and actually there are like some biblical like artifacts that still remains to this day that was mentioned.
Like what?
Like, okay, so are you familiar with the story of Lot in like Sodom and Gomorrah?
They did not find Lot's wife
But how do you know that?
because
Anybody can
it
say
could literally be anything. There are structures like that that just exist. They're ubiquitous all over the place. And, well, the biggest thing is the guy that peddled all of these supposed discoveries was a nurse from Texas who never published literally anything and showed virtually no photographs of anything he claimed to find either. And even like religious museums and institutions have that believe in the words of the Bible have none of them have ever come out and say that they can confirm anything that Ron Wyatt claimed, like the balls of sulfur, which there's a regular explanation from that. It's like they're bacterial nodules that form or whatever. Claim to find the cities or the walls of some ancient city. It's just rectangular shaped rocks in the middle of a desert. found Jesus' blood and the Ark of the Covenant underneath the temple of, or underneath Jesus' tomb at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. None of this stuff is true. He's never produced any evidence of any of it.
But that's not the only evidence, though.
Okay, well, what else is there?
Well, you know, in the Bible, it says that after the flood, Noah's Ark landed on Mount Ararat.
Yeah, Mount Ararat. They've never found it.
But if you go look up online, you can see a visual representation.
I can see photos of Bigfoot online.
Yeah, I mean, I can see photos of aliens too. So
I didn't catch that. What?
But I'm just saying that, like, the Bible disapproves science. Science is only trying to disapprove God's existence.
I wouldn't say that science even can do that, so I would disagree there.
Yes,
but
they claim there are a universe. We live in a Milky Way with a million other planets. You know.
Well, we know we do. It's way more than millions.
Don't.
Do you think the Earth is flat?
Of course.
Oh, jeez.
It's even mentioned in the Bible.
What? No, it's not.
Yes,
I don't even believe in the Bible, but I will defend that the Bible's not really a flat Earth book. I mean, it kind of is, but it also isn't.
Well, I would say in the book of Job, when God was talking, he was saying, "Where was you when I built the earth on its foundations?" What is a foundation?
It could be metaphorical. There are tons of things in the Bible that are metaphorical.
Like what?
I don't know if I can think of a verse off the top of my head. I mean, you're probably going to take every single thing in there literally. So
No,
this is going to be...
I know the Bible don't speak in literal terms.
Only in literal terms?
It doesn't speak in literal terms.
Okay, if it doesn't speak in literal terms, then why are we saying that these foundations, that Earth has literal foundations?
Like, it is like that the earth is not round. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, some things in the Bible that are literal, but majority of it is not literal.
I don't know what to talk about. So, why do you think the Earth is flat?
Because it states in the Bible, in the book of Isaiah and in the book of Job.
So does it not bother you that most religious people don't think the Earth is flat?
I'm not religious, so.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I don't believe in a religion.
Are you a Christian?
I don't consider myself one.
Do you think Jesus was God or God's son and literally rose from the dead?
Of course.
Do you think
was God in the flesh?
Do you think Muhammad was a prophet?
I don't believe in all that, so I can't answer.
So you believe in Jesus, but when I ask you about a different religion, you can't answer. So in other words, you're a Christian.
Other religion.
Okay, do you believe the Bhagavad Gita?
Don't even know what that is.
Do you think Hinduism is true?
No, I don't believe in Hinduism, Buddhism, chakras, crystals, none of that.
But you believe in Christianity?
I believe in Jesus Christ.
So you're a Christian.
Yeah.
This is giving very strong. I make music. I'm not a musician. The fuck is that? This is giving strong. I make music. I'm not a musician vibes. Very strong. Those types of vibes.
But do you even know who came up with the name Christian?
Some guy named Chris.
Probably so.
What the fuck are we gonna... I don't know what to talk about. I don't know where to start. You just pick anything you want. We'll talk about whatever you want.
I was just telling you that, the Bible is real. Jesus is real. And
Harry Potter's... the book is real, but the stories are bullshit.
How you know?
Do you think that Harry Potter is true?
I don't watch that.
You don't watch the Harry Potter books?
I mean, you can read a book, but I don't think you can watch a book. But
Why are you testing me? Anyways, why do you think that the Bible is true?
well, I know that the Bible is true because, for one, I'm a living testimony, and there are eyewitnesses in biblical prophecies that has
Okay,
been.
so who are these witnesses?
They got many different ones like Moses, Peter, Paul, John, Luke, King David, Solomon,
Right.
and multiple people.
So instead of somebody wrote these stories, and these stories contain characters, like we could do with Harry Potter. I could say Harry Potter's true because Hagrid was there. So that that's a really dumb argument, but why do you think that it works for the Bible?
Why does it work for the Bible?
Why are you claiming that on what grounds, what evidence do you have that, for example, Moses actually wrote the first 5 books? We could go there since you claim these are eyewitnesses or whatever.
Okay. The first Bible ever was like written in Hebrew. And the original translation of that Bible is the Ethiopian Bible, which King James Version got, his version from.
No.
Yeah.
No. King James used I don't know which Hebrew Bible they used, but they used the Latin Vulgate to write most of the King James Bible. And I don't think I don't know if they used the Septuagint for the King James or the Masoretic text. I don't actually know. Oh man, I wish Deconstruction Zone was here. Really bad. Primarily used the Masoretic text. Okay, and the Textus Receptus. Okay, so not the Vulgate. Other sources such as the Vulgate also. Okay, so they used it, but maybe it just wasn't. So anyways, so why do you think that Moses wrote the first 5 books?
Because it is mentioned.
Where?
In the Bible.
Where? Where does it say, I am Moses and I am writing these things?
I want to say, wait, Genesis, Exodus, in the Deuteronomy. In the beginning of Judges, that's when he couldn't like enter into the promised land because he disobeyed like God's commandment.
That's not in Judges.
I didn't say it was in Judges. I'm saying it was at the end of Deuteronomy, like when that ended.
Do you know who my favorite character from the Bible is?
Who?
Bophides. Do you know who Bophides is?
I don't know. You tell me.
Bophides nuts!